What's up, everybody? Troy Casey here with the offerings that we have for you for May. We've got 3 brand new blends for you, plus a bonus awesome one that we've done several times now. First up, we've got Sometimes Always. This is our first collaboration we've ever done with Sante and Darius out of California. This is a beer where, just like the collabs that we do with Side Project, we send each other yeast cultures. We brew a farmhouse beer with each other's yeast cultures. This one is with buckwheat, malted buckwheat from the northern Front Range of Colorado. It's awesome. Next up, we've got our 118th batch of Leaner. This is our collab with Side Project with a massive amount of peaches and some really intense funk. We love these blends. It's a classic now as we're almost 10 years old, but a goodie. Next up, we've got a new brand that we're debuting. This is called One Shot. This is a beer that this blend is with pink grapefruit, but this is a beer that we do random one-off brews of every once a year. So we only get one shot to try to make it right. And so that's what this is. It's a farmhouse ale with pink grapefruits from Arizona. Big fan of this one. I hand squeezed all of these grapefruits, so you're welcome. Last but not least, we've got a new blend of Blackberry Rosé. So this is a blend of farmhouse beers with Triple Crown blackberries. All right, first up this month, we have Sometimes Always. This is a collab that we did with Sante and Darius, some of my favorite people in the industry. I first picked hops with these guys back in like 2007, 2008 in Northern California. So we go way back, but we didn't even know that for years after we both started breweries. But anyway, this is a farmhouse beer that we did with malted buckwheat. So this is buckwheat that was malted here in Colorado, and we switched yeast cultures with each other. So we fermented this beer with both of our house yeast cultures, much like we do with the Side Project collabs. This is a single punch-in. That smells so good. This is a single punch-in that was aged for about 5 months. And right off the nose, super clean, incredible aromas and flavors. Fruity, juicy. Sweet tarts in the taste, super clean body, medium acidity. I mean, these are the beers that I got into. This is the type of beer that I got into doing this for, was to make these types of clean, complex, just incredibly deep beers. This is that beer. So Team No Fruit, I mean, this is a no-brainer if you ask me. I don't even want to, this is. All right, we'll start, okay. So, next up we have Leaner, our collab with, I forget, what's the brewery that we do this with? Somewhere in the Midwest. It's Side Project. Yeah, I forgot. No, sorry. Yes, Side Project, I believe. His name's Chris. I don't. Corey. It's Corey. This is a beer that I just love these every year. It's like getting to, even though we don't get to see each other, it's like seeing each other once a year when we get to make these blends. So this is a beer that we do in collaboration with Side Project Brewing out of St. Louis. One of the first, maybe the first brewery we ever collaborated with, where we send each other our yeast cultures and we make something that's a little bit different than what we normally do. And so in this version, we took organic peaches, fermented a base beer with both of our yeast cultures, and then 5 pounds per gallon peaches, and we make something really cool that's a little bit different than what we normally do, and that's what this beer is, Leaner. The name Leaner is because one time in 2015, I was visiting a farm, and the farmer was like, try this peach, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to try it. And he was like, but be careful, it's a leaner. And I was like, what does that mean? And He said, it's such a juicy peach, you have to lean forward when you eat it. This is how you lean forward. And because it just would drip all the way down your big belly, like me. And so that's why we called it leaner, because it's a really juicy peach. This year, no different, incredible, rich, juicy peaches on the nose. A great beer for the beginning of summer when you want to get pumped up about all those nice, fancy Palisade peaches. That's what's up. Next up, we've got One Shot, a brand new beer that we're debuting with pink grapefruits. So One Shot is the base beer for One Shot is a experimental base beer that we only do like once a year or so. Something we don't want to commit to have a bunch of in our barrel stock, but we want to play around with. So we don't really know what to do with it after that. So we wanted to call it this One Shot. And in this case, we fermented it with fresh pink grapefruit from Arizona. So we got like 500 pounds of grapefruits. I hand processed every one of them. It was crazy. But we got so much juice. We put it onto a barrel, like a specialty barrel of a Saison-based beer. And here we are. Similar to the like Funky Blender grapefruit that we did a couple of years ago, the grapefruit is very apparent, but it's incredibly well integrated into the beer. You get lots of complexity, a little bit of sweetness from that grapefruit. It's just accentuating the grapefruit characteristics from the base yeast, like our house yeast that we use. This is a really nice, easily drinking. Last but not least, we've got Rosé. We got the return of our Rosé. This is with Triple Crown blackberries. So after we did Jammy that we released last month, we put a mixture of a couple different Farmhouse barrels onto the blackberries to get a secondary fermentation. And the result is stunning. Amazing foam that we get from those blackberries. Medium to medium low acidity. Plenty of fruit still left. This probably is the best rosé I think we've ever done. It's just really complex, like just the perfect amount of the base fruit, and just really drinkable for like what we were looking for in this beer. So we've got some other rosés aging in the back right now, and we're definitely gonna do more this summer. So yeah, I'm pumped with how this one turned out. Cheers, everybody. Hope you're having a good week.